Shmiras HaLashon 152. What is the way to rectify the Aveira of speaking Lashon Hara? How do you fix it up? How does the tongue differ from man's other limbs? And therefore, what is the way to prevent one from sinning with the tongue? Says the Chafetz Chaim. The Gemara in Erechim states, Rav Chama Bar Chanina said, if one has spoken Lashon Hara, how can he fix up a sin? If he's a Torah scholar, he should learn Torah study. As is written, a healing for the tongue is a tree of life. Okay, Torah. As it says, Torah is what we call Eitz Chaimi. Eitz Chaimi, we call Eitz Chaimi L'machzikmo. It's a tree of life. All who grab onto it. So fine. Says the Pasuk also in Mishlei, Hamaves v'hachayim, death and life are in the power of the tongue. Evil speech can stop a person from getting Olam Haba. One who seeks to heal his tongue of this horrible sickness of Lashon Hara should be involved in Torah study. At the same time, he must be on guard to avoid other Averos in the past. This can be likened to a person who is treated for food poisoning. It's not enough to just take medicine. First, you got to get rid of the contaminated food. You know what I'm talking about? You ever get sick from eating something? Eating something spoiled? Okay. So what do? You go take like...
I throw up.
Okay, well, throwing up, that's one. But I'm talking about how about let's say you take a medicine. You ever see some kind of medicine you take, like, I don't know, Pepto-Bismol or something like that? Well, they have these different things to take. Calm the stomach down. Now, does it help? Go take the medicine and then go eat some more of the food.
No.
Right? You got to get rid of that food. You can't eat more of that food. So it's, we learn Torah, but we got to stop the Lashon Hara. The Gemara says further, being immersed in Torah, being involved fully in Torah is a preventative measure. It's protection against speaking Lashon Hara. As the Pasuk says, Adam la'amal yulad, a man was born to work, to toil. And the Gemara in Sanhedrin explains that to amal, toil, as a reference to speech, specifically the speech of Torah study. Meaning, if you use your tongue for Torah, that kind of fixes up the Lashon Hara that was spoken with the tongue. The Talmud is teaching us that man's tongue differs from all of his other limbs in a very important way. Use of a man's other limbs requires energy. If a man is lazy, his limbs will not be used fully, right? I don't want to go to JCC today. It's a lot of work. Such is not the case with the tongue. Man does not need to overcome his laziness to stop talking, to talk, right? I am so lazy, I don't think I'm talking. Well, I mean, certain people need to overcome their laziness in their speech, but in general, just to make noises, whatever, for the words to come out. Now, to the contrary, he is naturally, it's quite the opposite. A person is bent, it's the normal thing, is to speak. And to stop from speaking is the hardest part. That requires the energy, not to speak. To not speak requires energy. Therefore, Chazal said, a man was born to work. What does it mean to work hard on himself, to toil? That refers to speech, to the speech of Torah, and to hold himself back from Lashon Hara of speech.